Hi everyone, welcome back to Bybit Earn Challenge, where this is our very first ever live stream series with our financial product manager Jerry, who has also invested $10,000 of his own money into our series of financial products. This is actually our 4th episode, so if you have stayed with us since the very first episode, do let us know in the comment section. You would have known that we have taken some of your comments and also done the actual trading based on your comments. So at any point in time, if you have any suggestions or ideas as to what we can be doing with our financial product series, do let us know in the comment section. So Jerry, maybe you can also share with us more about what financial product is.
Absolutely. Thanks, Krista. And hello. Feels good to be back on the live stream. My name is Jerry, one of the Earn product managers here at Bybit. Bybit Earn, we are obviously in Bybit Earn, we design product for our users to grow your portfolio in different ways, right? It's not like trading where you long and shorts. Where in Bybit Earn, we offers a series of tailored product that is suitable for any sort of a market condition, right? We're gonna go through some of them and a lot of them today to show you the power of our Earn product. And it feels extremely good to be back on stage.
I think a lot of our users who have stayed with us since the very first episode would be dying to know how your $10,000 portfolio has turned out. Maybe you can just give us a quick recap on what we have done in the 3rd episode, which is the previous episode.
Sure. Why don't we rewind a little bit further? So we've started with $10,000. Which I've been dying to save up. I save up quite a bit for that $10,000 to do this challenge. And we're in the first episode. I believe it was when the Bitcoin was it 2049? It was I still remember I was in Dubai, and that was in 2049. And where I think I was a little bit too optimistic, where I invest a little bit heavier on one of the riskier products called Smart Leverage, where I unfortunately I lost quite a bit on that product, so I had a loss. And the second episode where I was trying to play a bit more conservative, right? I think I was using dual assets mainly, where I think I covered a good chunk back, but still I wasn't fully above where I started. And
Yeah,
in the
but
third,
with the second episode, you actually recovered a lot of your losses using dual asset. So with the losses from Smart Leverage, we recovered it with dual asset.
Correct. The majority of the losses are actually covered, right? So I was very close to back to where I started. In the third episode, I think I was continuing that trend. I wasn't playing anything crazy. I think it was still mainly on dual asset, and I think it was a bit of discount buy, where I finally had a profit, but it was a tiny profit. It was only like $20 or $22 profit, but at least I'm back. I've back to where I started, and with a bit more, with a little bit of margin. So looking forward to this episode where hopefully I can make some additional money.
So what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. Do you think that right now with our current status, are we at a profit? Are we neutral, or are we at a loss? I'm just going to give you some time to let us know in the comment section. While before that, actually, we want to talk about what are the recent things that are happening within the market, right, Jerry? So perhaps you can also share with us some of the events that you are currently following personally, and also what are the resulting effects on the market.
Sure. I think over the past few weeks, one of the highly anticipated or highly discussed topic, I think is the one and only, is the Ethereum ETF. Right, there are tons of Ethereum holders out there who are super keen to know the results on the approvals of the ETF, which I think was approved. Not officially listed, but it was some good news. I think it was a couple weeks ago. where I still remember on the approval night, our double wing sales hit an all-time high. Um, and over the past few days, Bitcoin has been performing really, really well. There was a net inflow of the ETF. I think it was a pretty big, pretty significant inflow of the ETF over the past few days, where we see a pretty significant price increments on the Bitcoin price. I think today it was breaking the 71,000 line, and
Isn't
it's
it?
still it is there, yeah, $71,000, right? And the market
Like
volatility. Sorry,
5 soon, maybe.
absolutely, absolutely. And the good thing is the market volatility start to pick up, right? So there is more trading opportunities out there. If you are a active trader, excuse me, if you're an active trader, when market volatility start to pick up, there's a lot more trading opportunities out there for you to trade, right? And yeah, those are some of the exciting news on the industry. And we also have two product updates that we want to share before we start today's Earn Challenge. And both of them are extremely exciting. So let's go through them one by one. And they're all like very, very simple product. Number one is we've launched for a lot of users. You guys probably aware of our Bybit Wealth Management, right? It's a very simple product. You simply subscribe to a plan, right? Either it's a 7-day or a 30-day plan, and you get a fixed income. You get a stable yield. And we were only offering USDT for the past, I think, 2 to 3 quarters, where our customer loves it. Right? During any market conditions, your yields are guaranteed once you subscribe, and the risks are pretty minimum. We've received a lot of client demands on Bitcoin related products, a few more Bitcoin related products, because a lot of Bitcoin holders, they want to gain some extra yield in Bitcoin. So we did quite a bit of design and I would say some tough negotiations with our partners. So officially, we've launched Bitcoin Wealth Management Fund Pool. It was a soft launch yesterday.
Woo!
Yes. So it's very simple, right? I don't think you can get this yield anywhere in any of the centralized exchange, but so far we offer 1.5% APR up to 20 Bitcoins per person as personal cap, 20 Bitcoins or 25 Bitcoins. And you're going to simply enjoy 1.5 stable income APR on Bitcoin, which is
That's mad.
really,
That's mad.
that's,
That's mad.
yeah,
Especially for a cap of 20 Bitcoin. That's mad.
that's wicked. And we didn't do any marketing. We didn't do any launches. We simply did a soft launch yesterday. And within, I think, 6 or 7 hours, the first batch of, I think, 100, 150 Bitcoins was sold out within like 7 hours.
So nothing's left? Nothing's left, Jerry?
So far, no. But there will be more quotas coming. We're working with our market makers to increase the scale. But it's a work in progress. But we will be gradually release the quotas, over the next couple of days.
So maybe to a user, how would you explain the difference between wealth management and savings? I think most users are actually quite familiar and comfortable with savings and the concept of it. But then with wealth management, there is an entirely different theory behind how it works, right?
Absolutely. So the main difference between savings and wealth management, for users, yeah, for users, the experience is actually quite similar. But what's happening in the back is quite different. Savings is essentially in-house borrowing and lending products. So basically, once you put your money in saving, uh, the APR is actually generated from those who are trading, who are borrowing the USDTs from the lending pool, right? The APRs are generated from whoever borrowing your USDT to trade on leverage for their position, right? And it's flexible, right? Pretty much you can, and the yields are actually generated on an hourly basis, right?
Yeah.
It's hourly APR generation is flexible. Wealth management, on the other hand, it's a bit more different, right? Wealth management is actually you earn a fixed income based on the performance of our asset managers, right? It's a fixed income product, right? The APR will not float once you subscribe to the product, right? If you see 6%, it's 6% from the beginning to the end of the subscription. We might change it, from time to time, maybe on a monthly basis, but the APR is fixed and guaranteed. Where unlike saving is based on the borrow and lending demands, right? When the market is hot, I think the APRs on savings are slightly attractive, right? But when the market are slightly stable or even bearish, wealth management are a slightly better pick for people who simply want to generate incomes.
Yeah, super cool. I think especially if we are gonna have like one of the highest APR, if not the highest in wealth management for our 1.5% BDC, this is it's natural that it's completely sold out right now. So we'll just have to stay tuned as to when this fund pool will be replenished. So just add pressure on Jerry. Let us know in the comments, and then let us know that you want him to go live with a new fund pool ASAP.
Absolutely. We're also thinking of other tokens, right? But I think Bitcoin is a highly anticipated and a highly in demand product where we're going to ensure enough supplies for this token. All right, so that's one of the update, very exciting update for our product, which is under Bybit Wealth Management. You go to Bybit Wealth Management under fund pool, you will see Bitcoin fund pool, 1.5% APR. I think it's highest in the market. And the second update, it's slightly, it's a slightly unique one. It's actually not an official Bybit product. It's actually something that our product managers, me and myself, and somewhere else from the team, it's a joint effort of a Telegram bot, which I will show you in. Let me.
So
let me.
it's not a Bybit product, but it's something that you and your team created.
Correct. So it's not a Bybit official product. It's something that we did for fun, and it was something that we that we don't want to say. Actually, it's something that we did to better guide some of the users when to choose corresponding structured products. So let me share my screen.
Yeah.
Can you see my screen? All right. So it's a very simple Telegram group, right? Basically, we only give signals on volatility. Either it's a volatility upward trend or a volatility downward trend, right? So basically, it gives you the symbol, it gives you the current price, it gives you the historical volatility and our prediction of the forward volatility, right? And of course, we're gonna recommend again, this is not investment advice. This is not even an official product. This is something that our product managers did for fun. So basically, we're gonna share our recommendations of the product, especially on the Bybit structured product lines, where our structured product are tailored for different sort of market volatility, right? So if we sense if our algorithm tells us the volatility is going to go up, we might introduce, or we might recommend some of the upward volatility product, which I think I'll be using some of them today. And if it's a downward trend, then we'll be obviously giving signals to tell that the volatility goes downwards, and there's also a corresponding product that that is fit for that sort of market conditions, right? So this is something that we've built on the side, where we want to test it out to see under what market conditions if whether our signals are accurate or not. But again, I want to reemphasize, this is not a Bybit official product. This is our sort of like a mini work for fun. And but if some of the audiences are very, very keen to know the underlying logics, please contact your relationship manager if you're a VIP, and we can discuss more about that. Okay.
No, but the entire concept is crazy. You just created this Telegram bot for fun, and the way that it works is that it predicts volatility before it even happens or while it is happening.
So basically, it's an algorithm that takes historical data, and we calculate the moving average of the standard deviation of the volatility, which is too mathematical. I'm not going to go through all that, but it's basically based on the moving average of the historical data to predict the future. Right? This is not going to be 100% accurate for sure, right? But based on what we've experienced for the past 2 months, the signals are actually, the win rate is actually higher than we expected. Right? So it's something that we are going to continue to monitor. And once we think this is a mature enough product to go live, we might introduce it as an official product. But so far, still, this is ghetto work. This is a very a new trial that we're testing, not investment advice.
Not investment advice, just a tool that Jerry has just created for fun that has worked out well. So, I mean, I'll leave it to you to interpret it. That being said, yeah, just a reminder that this product currently is offered to just several users. So, if you do want to get access to it, the way that someone can get access to it would be to reach out to their VIP relationship manager. Right, Jerry?
Correct. So far, this is not something that will offer in a very broad range. But again, if you have a BDs or a relationship manager, or if you have someone you have contact with, do let us know, and then we'll plan that accordingly.
Yeah, just answering some of the questions that we're receiving right now. There are some that are addressed towards me, so thank you. I see them, and I appreciate you coming back as well. But there are also some comments that are in Russian. So this might be because Kate did our previous live stream. So hi to Kate's fans. Sorry, we don't understand right now. But we're also working to translate these comments in real time. So do let us know in English what you want us to be doing today in today's Earn Challenge with Jerry. And we'll be going straight into the segment where Jerry will be investing his $10,000 portfolio into different structured products. And as he also shared with the Telegram bot, these are also signals that he personally uses for structured products as well. So some questions about that. Someone is asking us about wealth management for Mantle. Would that be something that we will be seeing in the pipeline?
Wealth management for Mantle. Very good point. I'm not gonna say no immediately now, but this is something that in order to generate income for Mantle, it's quite different than generating income for USDT, right? Where because for perps for perpetuals, you can actually get funding fees if you do a delta neutral strategy, but there are, I think, currently very limited. There is no funding fees in Mantle. There is no inverse contract for Mantle, but this is something that we're gonna take a look at. Hopefully, maybe through some other means or other methodologies, or even something on chain that we could possibly explore. But for wealth management for Mantle currently is a no. But we do have Mantle related products here in Bybit. We have Mantle USDT on due asset, which I will show a bit later. And we also have Mantle USDT liquidity mining, also on Bybit Earn, right? So those are some of the more advanced Mantle related products that are currently offered.
We have it on savings as well, right? That's
Yes,
more
we
of
do. We do. Yes, we do.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So even though we don't have it on wealth management for now, you are able to explore these kind of savings products on Bybit Earn Savings for Mantle. So that could be one option that you can consider. There are also some other questions that are coming specific to structured products. So someone is asking, what does discount buy offer? Which is very timely because I believe Jerry is about to go into his strategy for today. So perhaps we should dive straight into it.
Why not? Let's do that. Since we got a question on discount buy, let's do a big discount buy order today. Oh, what the hell? Let's see.
Big discount buy order. So
Let's
Jerry
do it.
is known to listen to comments in during live stream. So someone did give him a suggestion to, was it for dual asset, 61,000 or
Yes,
something, 1250, and
yes.
then immediately he followed the order and just placed the order in real time on the live stream itself. So if you have such ideas, let us know. Jerry will be happy, I believe, to execute them according to your will.
As long as it's not too crazy, I'm more than happy to take your suggestions as financial advice. All right. So someone was, so I believe someone had a question about discount buy. So in a nutshell, discount buy it's a product that can potentially help you to stack mainstream tokens in a lower price, right? So basically, let's look at the diagram, right? It's very self-explanatory, right? So basically, you have a current price. Let's say Ethereum. Let's say the Ethereum current price is 3,800. Sorry, 3,800. And of course, all structured product has a duration, right? So by the end of the settlement, which it can be 1 day, 7 days, or 14 days, or 30 days, by the end of the settlement, if Ethereum price is above the knockout price, right, there will be a knockout price at the top and there will be a purchase price at the bottom, right? So by the end of the settlement, if Ethereum price hits and above the knockout price, then you're going to simply get your money back plus a 20% APR in USDT, which is really juicy. 20% APR, that's pretty high, right? And the discount buy portion happens when Ethereum or Bitcoin price is not hitting the knockout price by the time when it settles, right? So, for example, the knockout price is 3,900 expiration, and expiration the settlement price was 3,880, right? So it's below the knockout price. Then you will be able to buy Ethereum at the purchase price, right? So this is a product when you think the mainstream tokens are not gonna increase too much, it's gonna stay in that green box where you're gonna realize the most profit. Right? Let's go into a product. Let's go into a product where I will be subscribing a big order.
Which one
Let's
will
choose.
you be
Let's
choosing
choose
today?
this one. Let's choose this one because I'll be using Ethereum. Because the Ethereum ETF, I think is generating a lot of hypes, and I think comparing with Bitcoin's Ethereum, the performance has been, I think, is underperforming. So I want to get some cheap Ethereum as cheap as possible, right? So if you look at our product offering, we have this one. It will expire on 2024 June the 19th, right? So if you still remember the diagram here, you have a knockout price and you have a purchase price, right? So the knockout price will be 39.20, which is I think $100 and more higher than the current price, and the purchase price is 36.52, which is a lot lower than the current price.
Yeah.
Excuse me, right? So, and it's we even have an indicator of a percentage to show how far this price is away from the current price. It's almost 4% away from the current price, right? So imagine you potentially have the chance of getting a 4% discount on getting the Ethereum comparing with the current price. So let's do that. So I have $10,021, right? So it's slightly higher than the initial 10,000. Let's do 8,000 on the discount buy order, right? So again, there will be two scenarios. If Bitcoin price is gonna hit and went above the knockout price, you're gonna get your money back, 8,000 plus a $61 in USDT at settlement, which is really good, right? But if it's not hitting the 39.20, you will buy Bitcoin. You will buy Ethereum at this price, 36.52. Right, which is something that I'm okay with. But the risk
4%.
is, yeah, 4% discount. But the risk is when Ethereum is dropping badly at settlement, it's even below 36.52. Unfortunately, you're gonna still have to buy Ethereum at this purchase price. So that's your obligation, not right, right? So that's something that I'm totally okay with, since I want to just simply grab some discounted Ethereum as possible. So let's do that, right? So this plan 2024, June the 19th. Buy now, as promised, 8,000. Let's go.
So 8,000 of the 10,021 that you have put in, it will be all into discount buy. So that's what
Yes.
Jerry has just did. And he is also potentially purchasing Ethereum at a 4% discount. So that's huge.
It's pretty big. Yeah, hopefully I can get it.
Hopefully you make a profit.
Yes, hopefully, Ethereum stays in that green box, during the settlement time.
Yeah. And speaking of which, actually, so while we're doing all of these as well, there are some things that you could potentially do while you're watching us. So there is an Earn social challenge. Essentially, the idea of it is to turn 5,000 into 10,000 of your own. So by participating, all you have to do is just purchase a minimum order of 5,000 in any of our structured products in order to enter this version of an Earn challenge, and then showcase your loss or profit on social media using the Bybit Earn challenge hashtag, and you'll be able to stand to win 10,000. So if you're already watching us, this is just a very, very straightforward way of just duplicating all of Jerry's strategies, which he has just done on discount buy. So don't miss out on it, especially because you'll be able to stand to win your share of 10,000 USDT.
That's great. That's great. I believe a lot of the followers or audiences are doing a lot better than me. Since it's a mini bull run where I only made a $21 profit. I believe a lot of you guys are performing a lot better than I did. So congratulations if you did.
Yeah. Let's see. Someone asked, I see a comment here. Someone asked that Jerry put in 8,000 and will get $2.47 a day. That's not accurate, right? So essentially, maybe you can just do a quick recap on discount buy just for our new viewers who just joined us.
Sure. So discount buy, it's actually a structured product that offers different outcomes and their different results. And their different settlement results, right? Let me go ahead and share my screen again to go back to the diagram where I think it's very self-explanatory, right? So basically, you enter the current price, right? The current price is 38.05, right? So and you have a knockout price on the top, a purchase price at the bottom, right? And at settlement time, which is settlement, the one that I chose was 2024 June 19th. At that date, 4 p.m. UTC, UTC 8 o'clock. Sorry, UTC 8 o'clock. If Ethereum prices is above knockout, you're gonna get your investment plus the 20% APR, right? You're gonna get this, your principal plus the APR in USDT. Everything is in USDT, right? So that is the first scenario, right? But the second scenario is if Ethereum prices is below the knockout price, it's gonna be totally different scenario where you will have to buy Ethereum at purchase price, at this price. So the max amount of profit for you is Ethereum to settle very, very, very close to knockout, but under the knockout price, right? If Ethereum settles at this, so you're gonna buy Ethereum all the way down at purchase, right? So if you flip or sell your Ethereum, you're gonna make a huge profit. And in this case, I think it was a couple $100 per Ethereum, right? So you're essentially getting a 4% discount on Ethereum, which is crazy, right? So that is the two different outcomes for two different settlement scenarios, and hopefully I answered the questions for the user.
Yeah, it might take a while to understand. There are quite a few products within the structured product series, and within this episode, we'll also be going into the rest as well. So there is a question that is coming that asks, which one is good APR earning? So probably which one brings us the highest return in terms of the different structured products, and we'll be able to explore that as well.
I mean, you cannot have risk and reward at the same time, right? Usually we
You
often
want the
say
best of both worlds.
exactly, you cannot get like 1,000% APR where we guarantee everything it's principal protected. It
Yeah.
just doesn't work that way, right? So what I would say is that's why where the Telegram bot come pretty handy. Well, it tells us, at least in a way, it might not be accurate, but at least the algorithm tells us, when to subscribe what, right? So in a nutshell, if you believe the volatility, doesn't matter of direction, if you believe the volatility is going to increase, you should again, this is I don't want to give investment advice, but you might be you might want to consider some of the I would say open range product, which is double wing and smart leverage. Because if you anticipate a high volatility, that means the price can go up and down, back and forth.
So basically, if it goes beyond a certain threshold, your profits will be kind of unlimited, right?
Correct. Right. So if you anticipated a increase in volatility, and that usually happens when existing volatilities are very, very low, right? When it's low, it goes spike. When the volatilities were already really, really high, it will go downward, right? So when you think the volatility is already very, very high, and it will go to a downward trend, then dual asset and discount buy, those products might comes in handy because you will have a wider range, right? So the chances of winning are actually a lot higher. And I personally would love, see my personal preference, again, this is just me, I would love to see volatility increase a lot and then short the volatility by using dual asset and discount buy, where the green box, remember the green box on discount buy is pretty wide, right? So the chances are higher, right? So this is, I'll say, a few tips for our users, but again, this is just myself. This doesn't represent Bybit, and this is definitely not
financial advice.
Nope.
So we just did discount buy. So based on whatever you just said, do you think we'll be going into dual asset today?
Yeah, let's do one dual asset order today, because there is a very hot token recently, where it's the concept of a synthetic dollar based on a spot. I think it was a long spot and short perp, where you create a delta neutral strategy and they tokenize it. I think that project is called ENA. Let me share my screen, and it's been pretty popular.
Yeah, ENA is quite hot recently.
Yep. Okay. So dual asset. I don't think I need to explain dual asset any further for our client, for our customer, because I think this is a very this is a quite well known product. Over the past I don't know how many years, and this is actually one of the most popular structured product here in Bybit. Here at Bybit, our dual asset is very different in a way that we offer, I think, more than 45 or close to 50 tokens. I think we have the largest collection of tokens that's ever offered. We list tokens pretty quick. Right? For example, in ENA, I think we're one of the not many centralized exchange that offer dual asset out there, right? So ENA has been performing really, really well, and I think their ideas of the synthetic dollar based on a spot plus short perp strategy is really innovating, right? And the token itself, it's quite interesting as well, right? I think I'm gonna speculate a little bit by putting $1,000 on ENA USDT dual asset, hopefully to buy some cheap ENA tokens and get some profit. So let's
So we're
choose.
buying low today.
Yes, hopefully I can get some. Right. So the current price is 0.9627. Let's choose. Let's choose 94. Let's do this. So basically, I still have 10. I still have let me put $1,000 in. So basically, dual asset also gives you two scenarios, right? Give you two outcomes, right? So if by settlement, which is I think it's by June the 6th, a day later, if Ethena it's hitting 0.94 and below, I will be buying Ethena at 0.94, right? So I'll be buying 10 and 92 Ethena plus a bit of yield. You're essentially getting a bit more. And if ENA token doesn't hit 0.94 by the settlement time, which is tomorrow, then you're not only going to get your money back, plus you're going to get a yield, right? So dual asset again, if I try to explain this product once again, is perfect tool for you to buy low and sell high, right? It's an advanced version of limit order. If your order is triggered, you're going to get a bit more. And if your order doesn't hit by the settlement, you're not only going to get your money back, plus you're going to get some yield, right? So if you have historically do limit orders, I want to buy some cheaper coins, maybe this product is also for you to consider.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So shall we go $1,000 and a bit more, Krista?
Let's go.
Let's do it. All right.
So can we say that the APR here that we can anticipate was the number that we just saw?
It's good. Okay, target prices.
Because there is a APR percentage of over 300%, right? So how is this calculated? And is that something that, someone was asking about high APRs? Would that also fit in?
Again, right, this product that gives you a high APR for sure. But again, this product gives you a bit of risk too, right? Because when you subscribe into a dual asset plan, you are obligated to that target price that you choose. For example, you choose Ethena and you choose buy low at 0.94. You are obligated to buy Ethena at 0.94 if by settlement it dips below 0.94. That's your obligation, right? So if you think Ethena is not going to dip below 0.94, and if that really happened, you're going to get a really, really high APR in USDT, right? So essentially, it's based on your own judgment of whether you think the price is going to dip or remain, or does it change, right? So there is no free lunch in the world. When you see a high APR, that pretty much usually means there is some risk involved with it, right? But again, I don't want to give investment advice, but to better guide you in terms of to better serve as a advisor, right? When you choose any product, make sure you understand the payoff scenarios and read that carefully. Because people when they just blindly go into any product, they can actually trigger a quite significant loss if they don't really understand the product, right? And this is what we are trying to avoid. We spend a lot of product visualizing the diagrams, giving examples, giving the real scenarios, even building simulators to showcase the results for you in advance before you subscribe. Okay? And we will continue to make sure that that happens. But please do read the terms very carefully and make sure you understand the product.
So we have a question that is relating to this as well. When just now we saw about 300% APR, someone is asking about this percentage. So will this APR be stable, or can it be considered stable?
So what's really happening in the back of dual asset? It's of course Ethena doesn't have option tradings, right? But we're sort of like mimicking or simulating a option related strategy on our spot and perp, right? So basically, when you buy low, it's sort of like you're selling a put option for Ethena, but synthetic in spot and perp, which is too complicated. I will try to make it in human language. Is is one day your actually the APR is for when you are committing a price that you will obligated to buy, and the money that you earn, the 300%, it's your income for committing to that price. And that APR, the reason why it's that high, because it's APR, it's annual, right? You have to divide it by 365 to get your daily APR. So if you see 365%, that means it's 1% if it's a one-day plan, right? So that's why the APR is that high. And once you have successfully subscribed to a product, that APR is guaranteed, and we will not change it, right? Before you subscribe, the APR might change due to market volatility, due to the directional change, due to whatever. But as long as you hold a successful plan in your hand, we are obligated to deliver the final payoff as shown in this scenario diagram that's for you. So you don't have to ever worry about not getting paid in the end if you have a plan in hand.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think this also applies to most of the structured products that we have on Bybit. All of the APRs are actually on an annual basis. So even though it's like above 300, we would have to bear in mind that it's for 365 days and then just divide accordingly. So just bear in mind whenever you see a really, really high, crazy APR percentage, that there is still some division to be made in order for you to get the actual APR percent.
Mhm.
So yes, we just bought dual asset for ENA. But if you are not purchasing any dual asset plans right now, but would love to own some ENA, this actually allows me to shout out about our current live stream quiz. So if you're joining us on the web, don't forget to participate in the live stream quiz right now. And you're also able to unlock your own share of 1,000 ENA. So there are just very simple 4 questions. If you don't know the answer, let us know in a comment, and then I will get Jerry to perhaps give a hint or two. But yeah.
Yeah, I have to pay for my Athena, and you guys potentially get it for free. So go to the quiz and make sure you complete the quiz and get the free Athena. I just
Yeah, it's
spent
not too difficult. It's not too difficult. If you don't know the answer, then I mean, there are a lot of materials on Bybit on our Bybit Learn page. If not, if you want a shortcut, just ask Jerry in the chat box. We are reading the comments in real time. So, and we are trying to answer all of your questions. So yeah.
Great.
Okay, Jerry, that was about 1,000, but we still have some money.
Shall we spend all of them today?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, another reminder, guys. This is actually our second last episode. So when we conclude this entire series, this entire Earn Challenge series, the next time when we meet, we wouldn't be doing any more new strategies because we would be reviewing the entire portfolio as a whole, as to whether there is a profit based on the base amount of 10,000 USDT, which again, another reminder, is completely all of Jerry's own money. It's not Bybit sponsored. We didn't give him a 10,000 fund to go and play. It is his own money. He's coughing out his own money to go into these different structured product series and then exploring them one by one based on the different market conditions. So do use the remainder of our episodes here. If you have any questions about, whether it's a bullish period or like it's a bearish period, what kind of strategies Jerry personally would be doing, you can always ask us here and then we'll be happy to answer.
Great. Yeah, I'm this $10,000 is something that I've been saving up for quite hard. Right?
Maybe like a week, Jerry. Do you just save this only for a week?
No, definitely not. All right. So why don't we, since this is the second last episode, I don't think I'll be doing any new position in the last episode. Where for the last episode, I'll be doing a recap and something more exciting in the last episode. We'll stay tuned for that. Why don't we just try something very different today? Let's go to, because we've done discount buy, we've done dual asset. Why don't we just do double wing and smart leverage, both of them? So we cover all 4 structured products. So to showcase our audiences on different products, and you can get a glance of all the product at once. Let's do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All in. I say it because it's not my money. Sorry, it's your money.
Wait, so let's do one more on well, you know what? Let's do one more on smart leverage, right? So this is our latest product. Has been live for almost a month now, or maybe slightly longer. And it's been proven to be one of the, quite popular products. Right. So the headline for this product is up to 200%. Sorry, up to 200x leverage, no liquidation before expiration. Right. So imagine you're opening a 200x long or short, and we guarantee you there will be no liquidation happening before the plan expires. Right. But at the expiration of the plan, you might still get liquidated, but we're gonna protect you as we're guaranteed to protect you for the duration of the entire plan, right? So this is something that our a lot of users are really excited about, and let's do one today. Let me go back to my volatility bot, and let's see which signals is giving me.
So a
Okay.
reminder on the Telegram bot, the volatility Telegram bot, right now is accessible to only several users. But if you're a VIP or if you're an affiliate, I believe you're able to reach out to your relationship manager. Just let them know that you probably want to also explore what are the different strategies that are offered on this bot that is created by Jerry himself and another colleague within the product team. So again, not a Bybit official product, not financial advice by any means. It's just more of like a signal provider, if I can say that.
Correct. Right. This is a completely a side project for fun only. We're
For
just getting
fun, for
some
fun.
for fun. All right. So let's pick one. So I'm not gonna do Bitcoin today. Let's do why don't we do Solana? Let's do Solana. I think Solana it's pretty hot, and actually one of the signals that's been giving out is on Solana. So let's do Solana. Shall we long or short? Because the signals is only telling me the volatility will increase, but I don't know the direction.
I don't know, maybe
Um,
let's ask our friends in the comment section. Should we go long or short for Solana? Let us know like within the next 1 minute and then we'll go according to your wishes.
or if no one answers, I'll do one in long and one in short.
Oh yeah, good idea. Would it be considered
Because
hedging by
yeah,
any means?
it's hedging the deltas, right? It's hedging the direction. And if one side is profiting a lot, it's gonna cover the loss on the other direction, which is maximum is gonna be that premium that you're paid, right? So yeah, let's do that. Let's do one long and one short on Solana. Let's do that. Okay. I still have some, oh, I still have some money. Okay.
You have
Let's
10,000
no
left?
no 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 I don't know what's going on. But anyways, let's do $100 on $100 on Solana long. The break-even price is 177. So basically, what it means is as long as Solana is breaking above 177, you win, right? And
Mhm.
we're gonna protect you for the entire duration of the entire plan duration, right? So even though if I'm longing Solana and if Solana drops down even to $1 during the plan, you're not going to get liquidated, right? As long as by the end of the plan it picks up again and go beyond the break-even price, you will still gonna win the amount that we delivered, right? So this is a product that you think you're very confident about the direction, but you're afraid of the little spiking, the little turbulence, I would say, that knock you out, right? So let's do that.
We are getting a split in two different camps, by the way. So there are some people who are going long, there are some people who are asking us to go short. So we can do both.
Yeah, let's do both. So I just opened a long position, which the break even is 177. Let me do another short position.
So Someone just said, Jerry, you look like you want to maximize your losses. Which is really funny. Thanks for the laugh. It's a great joke because we are trying to maximize our profits here. But we're trying. We're really doing our best.
Yeah, I mean, what's the worst gonna happen, right? So, you work for another year and gain another $10,000. Yeah. So smart leverage is that product. I mean, which is you're essentially longing volatility, and you're actually longing on direction, right? Long direction mean you can go long and short, right? It's definitely you want the volatility to be as big as possible. You definitely want the product. Sorry, the price is going in one direction, and that is the direction that you choose.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a
Okay.
question. Someone is asking, what is the minimum or maximum amount that can be invested in smart leverage? Is there like a minimum?
Yes, the minimum is $10. $10.
So just $10 in order to get access to no liquidation and
Correct.
200 times in potential profits. That's quite
Correct.
that's quite a good cost benefit.
We had a user. It was I obviously we got some data, right. We had a user that flipped $100 into, I think, more than $1,000 in one day for smart
No
leverage.
way.
He would, if he is longing on perps, he will get liquidated because the price was like this, right? So he was longing 200x. The price was dipping a little bit, and in perps he will get liquidated like that, right? Because 200x by 0.4%, you're gonna get liquidated, right? So at that night it was a dip and then a spike, right?
That's mad.
And that's my, and for smart leverage, you can actually close your position anytime, as long as it's 1 hour before the plan expires. You can close your position at any time, right? So it's like a real-time profit taking, and that user, I would say, is quite lucky. He got the dip, he got the spike, and he closed it at the highest price at that day.
Wow. So he manually closed. So it wasn't because of
Exactly.
expiry. He actually went in to manually close.
Correct. So he redeemed early by himself, right? So it was a 10x on his own, right? So it was mad on that day.
I'm pretty sure he was thinking, "Oh shit, it's just 100. I should have gone more."
The max
yeah.
amount of investment, I believe, is $5,000 or $10,000. You cannot go more than 5,000 or 10,000 because it's a risky product. Because if it doesn't go beyond the break-even price, you're going to lose money, right? We don't want you to gamble. We want you to make sure that you understand the product, and we set a limit for you to trade or for you to test it out. But again, the decision is yours. But we, as a platform, we want to make sure that you understand and you place your order with cautious.
So we just did smart leverage for Solana, right? What are the other tokens that currently support smart leverage?
We have Bitcoin, we have Ethereum, and we have BNB, and we have Solana. We are working on a bunch of other tokens to get listed on Smart Leverage, but also leave a comment in the comment section if you have a desired token that you want to be listed, and we will try to analyze whether it's feasible or not. And we'll get back to you.
Yeah. So here we do our best to be very, very user first. If there is a particular token that you want to see on smart leverage so that you can potentially be that user who's flipped from 100 to over, I don't know, 1,000 in terms of profits, then let us know which token that you would want in the comment section. We have someone from the comment section asking, in terms of earnings, if a price of the token goes down for a month, I'm not sure if I understand, but if the price of a token goes down for a month, what will happen?
Can you repeat the question? For
it feels like the user is asking in earnings, if price of the token goes down for a month, perhaps the strategy or the product that we should consider. So if the
Um,
token is continuously going down, token price is going down for a month continuously, what would be the preferred strategy, if I'm interpreting your question correctly?
so if I understand correctly, so you are saying that the price of a token has already been gone down for a month. What should you do, right? If
Yeah.
I interpret, okay. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I mean, if again, different people have different takes on directions. We
Yeah.
obviously we cannot give you directional advice. This is a very trading on directions is very hard. I'm not very good at it. I would say if you are a risk adverse or if you hate risks, you just simply put your tokens on saving. It generates stable incomes for you, principal protected. What you see is what you get, right? But if you think it's already been done to a support line where you don't think it's going to go any lower, maybe it's time for you to buy. I don't know. But again, this kind of investment advice is really dependable on your personal preference. I wouldn't do anything if I were you. I might myself probably would simply just put the tokens on saving. But if it's Bitcoins or Ethereum, that's mainstream tokens that are continuously been down for a
Right.
month, I might just buy some, right? Because I think in the long run, Bitcoins and Ethereums are gonna get more and more expensive. As maybe in 2030, 2035, 10 years from now, we might really see a 500,000 per Bitcoin or even higher than that, right?
Yeah.
So any major dip, personally, I will buy. But again, this is myself is not investment advice.
Yeah. So all of which I would think also depends on your own personal risk preference, risk profile. So if you're someone that wants to go big, of course, there is a possibility that, going big means you go home. But again, with I think a lot of the different structured products that are offered on Bybit, that's why it's also good that we have a maximum investment that is tolerable, just so that there is some level of user protection to a certain extent. Uh, which is actually why one of the commenters actually shared he thinks that this is the most risky earn activity, our most risky earn episode ever. We just went long and short in the same time for smart leverage.
It is. It is.
It's all
Again,
in right now, guys. It's the
yeah,
second last episode. We don't
it's
have
second.
time for safety.
It's no time for no time for boredness. It's no time for any sorts of non-excitement, right? What we're trying to bring to the table is the power of our to showcase the power of our structured product line and to potentially, well, who knows, right? Again, this is something that I can personally take if I incur a loss, but trade on your own cautious.
Yeah, who knows? Jerry might come back to us in the next episode and say, "Hey, it's 20,000 right now."
Hopefully.
Yeah.
But
So
I mean, smart leverage, it's possible. I mean,
yeah,
right? It gives you a dream. This is, if I have a slogan for this product, instead of giving you $10, I'll give you a dream, right? Because
you're buying a dream.
yeah, you're buying a dream. Who knows? And it's no liquidation for a certain period of time, right?
Yeah.
So anything can happen.
Yeah. So before we wrap this up, we'll just take a few more questions.
Okay.
Someone is asking, what is the best way to trade as a beginner?
Very good question. There's a lot of beginners in this space. There are newcomers coming to crypto every single day. My personal advice, and don't blame me if don't blame me if you go south, is to really understand what token you are buying, right? to understand not as in a investment, but understand, the project, the token itself. For example, why Bitcoin? Why people buy Bitcoin? Why people buy Ethereum? I think understand the crypto knowledge itself is just as important as earning money, because money comes and goes, right? You might win some, you might lose some, but the knowledge is here to stay. And I personally endorse crypto a lot. Right? I believe this is the next thing that's going to change the world. This is something that is inevitable. I think global adoption is there, personally. So trading advice for beginner is start simple, don't go over complicated, buy something that you understand, and hold, stick with it, right? If it dips, buy more. This is me. This is something that I can maybe offer 2 cents worth that I can offer. But again, decision is yours. If you want to do some of the riskier product, please do, but do it with research and do it at your own cautious. And just remember, always just put something that you afford to lose. Don't go all in on one thing. Put eggs in different basket to protect you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, even though in this episode we joke about Jerry going all in, actually it's not truly all in. We have actually explored 3 different products, discount buy, dual asset, and smart leverage. So there is still some form of variety within his own portfolio. So yeah, and with his wise words, always know what you're buying, know the background of it, just so you make an informed decision no matter what. Last
Since
question that was sorry, go
Since
ahead.
the second last episode, let's take 2 more questions. I know
Yeah.
we're going a bit over time, but let's do a few more questions.
Yeah. Someone is asking about the future of crypto. So we have a question that's asking, what is the future of AI-based projects?
Uh,
What's your take?
uh, I,
AI.
I believe in the technology. I'm actually a heavy user of a lot of the AI-based product. I used to use Midjourney a lot to generate some graphs and some pictures. I do use Bards. I do use GPT. Some other voice generate AI based tools. In terms of the AI based tokens, I personally don't hold any currently. It's just it's not something that I currently have time to explore. Hopefully, and it's not wise for me to speak to any projects that I personally don't understand. So but I believe AI has a very bright future, but not. I'm not going to say which token is going to perform better than others because I honestly don't know. But let me do some study and some research. Hopefully, I can get back to you.
So perhaps we'll get back to this question and elaborate more about it in our final episode about AI-based
Absolutely.
projects.
Yeah, I'll take a note on that.
So the final question perhaps is a bit more open-ended. It's more about, will crypto make a difference in the future soon? Do you see it happening soon? Actually, I see it happening now.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Crypto totally. If we have a few more minutes, crypto changed me completely. If I'll share, one maybe even one story. It's my previous background. Like after I graduated, I have nothing to do with crypto. I was in a completely different industry, and I got to know crypto back in 2017. It was a pure coincidence. It was a friend of me telling me, "Hey, Jerry, look at this," and I read the Bitcoin white paper. Um, you know, it's because I study mathematics and I got hooked. I said, "Wow, this is beautifully designed protocol. It's beautifully designed." So I quit my full time job and I joined a crypto startup back in 2017, and it has changed me ever since. How I look at things, how I think about decentralization, how to think about autonomous, how I think about even crypto as a payment, crypto as this and that, right? So it changed me quite a bit, right? So I do think crypto will change more people in the future, because it's not only a technology; it's something, it's more than a technology, in my opinion.
I think the minute you start buying to it, it slowly becomes a way of life. If okay.
Yes, and I use my Bible card. Remember, I use my Bible
Yes.
card, right? So like, it changed me how I spend money, right? So yeah, so like, it's for sure. I think it has a very very bright future.
Yeah. I hope that answered your question. I think the reason why we're all on this live stream as well is because of how much we believe in it, especially in the different ways that we can use it, in the different ways that we can trade with crypto. And the whole essence of these series of episodes is actually to talk about Bybit Earn and structured products, which is completely a new way to be trading crypto. And that's why we also want to go deeper into it to explain how each different products work. Yeah, I believe that's actually our last question that we'll be taking. Just a final reminder on the two ways that you can also be winning yourself. So the first one is on winning ETHina. Just don't forget to answer the 4 questions that are available and accessible on our web page. So on our web live stream page, you can see all those 4 questions. And as long as you answer the pop quiz correctly, you can also stand a chance to win 1,000 ETHina. And the second one is on the social challenge for our Bybit Earn social challenge. So you just have to subscribe. There is a link there, I believe. So just go over to the discovery section on the live stream page, and then you can click into it to see how you can potentially win 10,000 USDT of your own. Even though you don't have that right now, you can win 10,000 and just replicate the same things that Jerry has just done.
Awesome.
Yeah, and that's it. Thanks so much for joining us in our second last episode. Don't forget to stay tuned to our final episode where we will be reviewing all of the entire decisions that we have done today. And then we'll be taking a look at Jerry's portfolio with his 20,000. I don't know. He made like a
Maybe
flip or something.
2,000. Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
2,000.
But yeah, we're just hoping for the best. So stay tuned to then. And we'll also be sharing a lot more product updates in the final episode. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Great. Thank you. Bye.